In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you our e-commerce performance dashboard. This is the actual sheet we use with clients to track KPIs month over month to make sure that the brand is progressing. It also gives us an opportunity to see what channels are actually driving revenue so that we can double down on those and make sure we're pushing the brand forward. Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jack. I'm the founder here at Scenarius. We are an e-commerce growth agency that helps e-commerce brands scale to six figures and beyond. If you're an e-commerce brand that's making at least $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue and want to learn a little bit more about us and how you can apply to work with us, I'm going to leave the relevant links in the description. Okay, so why is it actually very important to track all of your metrics as an e-commerce brand? As an e-commerce brand, you have a lot of spinning plates, you have a lot of moving parts, you have your website, you have your inventory, you have your Facebook ads, you have your organic content, influencers. So it can be very, very overwhelming to kind of track how the brand is doing. And this performance dashboard is going to allow you to see all of your KPIs and track them month by month to not only understand if the brand is moving forward, what's bringing in the most revenue, and what needs to be worked on. Okay guys, so here we are and here's the sheet. So as I said, honestly, this is really, really important. Like doing this for our clients has helped them tremendously gain clarity for their business, as well as us as an agency, help us understand essentially what's driving the revenue for the brand, what are the metrics that we're looking at, and what do we need to improve? And if we're making any changes, are those metrics truly improving or are we missing something? So the way we structured this sheet is, as you can see here, first you have the month. So this sheet is meant to be updated month by month. So again, you can see the progress there. You have the total Shopify revenue. So this is your total revenue that's coming in for the brand. And what I've done for you guys is just filled in some example numbers. This is actual numbers from one of our clients, and I've kept it there for you so that you can see how the numbers look like. And there are different formulas that calculate automatically here that will be filled in automatically so that you don't have to do the calculations yourself. So the first thing, as I said, we have the month, we have the Shopify revenue. Next thing, we have the website visits. We want to understand what traffic is coming to the site, and we update that, as I said, monthly. The next metric that we look at is the recurring customer rate. This is a metric that Shopify usually gives you on your analytics dashboard, and this is really important for us to understand what percentage of the customers that we're getting that month actually are return customers. And if you're a brand that to be honest, any e-commerce brand, you want to make sure that as many customers as possible are coming back and buying from your brand, because that's going to increase the value of the customers that you're acquiring and their lifetime value overall. We actually created a video on just how important this concept is to make sure that people come back and buy from your brand multiple times. I'll leave that up in the cards if you want to check it out. So we're always looking at that metric and we're making sure that it's stable, and if we can increase it through email marketing, through SMS, through different retention tactics, we're also trying to look at that metric if it improves. The next thing is going to be orders. Obviously, the total orders that you're getting that month, your average order value. This is a really, really important metric to track month over month. You also want to be constantly looking at ways to increase your average order value, whether it be bundling things up on the website, creating post-purchase sales. You want to increase your average order value as much as possible, because that's going to increase your ROI that you're getting per customer acquired. The next is the conversion rate. Again, a very, very important metric for you to look at month by month, especially when you're making changes on the website. You want to be able to track what the conversion rate is and if it's improving. Obviously, with those metrics, the more, especially the retention rate as well as the conversion rate, the more new customers you acquire, there's going to be a downward pressure on those metrics, because there's going to be a higher ratio of new customers to old customers. The next thing we're going to jump into is the Facebook ads kind of performance. This is an overview of the performance. Obviously, if you want more detailed analytics, you're going to go into the ad account, but this is kind of a performance dashboard that you can look at month by month. Facebook ads is usually the biggest driver of revenue and acquiring new customers for brands. So that's why we put it first. We have the revenue from the ads, the purchases, the ad spend, the ROAS from the ads manager, the percentage of total revenue, and the marketing efficiency ratio. So the percentage of total revenue is really, really important. Again, that'll give you what channel out of Facebook ads, influencer marketing, as well as emails here, that's generating the highest percentage of total revenue, which is the channel that you want to be focusing on the most, so that it's the biggest driver of revenue for you. Next is the marketing efficiency ratio. So if you're not familiar with this term, the marketing efficiency ratio is simply the ratio of total revenue over the spend on any given channel. So in this case, it is the total Shopify revenue here divided by the actual ad spend, and this gives us the marketing efficiency ratio for Facebook ads. As a result of iOS 14, the tracking in the ads manager is not as reliable, and so we look at the marketing efficiency ratio as well as an indicator of how the ads are performing. Next, we have the influencers. So again, the main customer acquisition channels you have as an e-commerce brand are going to be your organic content, your Facebook ads, and then your influencers. So organic content, we don't track KPIs too heavily with most of our brands. We mainly focus on Facebook ads and influencers as the main kind of revenue drivers directly. The influencers, we are looking at revenue from influencers, and the way we track that is by giving the influencers that we work with discount codes, and so when sales come in from that discount code, we can attribute that sale to influencers. Again, percentage of total revenue, the number of products we're sending out to those influencers, how many posts we're getting, how many TikToks, etc. You can definitely add a lot more analytics to this depending on how comprehensive your influencer strategy is, if you're doing paid collaborations, etc. But for this brand in particular, this is kind of the basic influencer strategy that we have for them, and so we have some basic metrics to track here. Finally, email. So email is really, really important. We talk about the importance of email marketing for e-commerce. It's your number one customer retention tactic, as well as it helps convert as many people as possible that sign up to the email newsletter into customers. So you want to make sure that you're tracking things on that end as well. So you can definitely get lost with emails with the number of metrics that you can track, but these are the main ones that we're looking at here. So we have the revenue, the total revenue from emails, percentage of total revenue. Again, this is a number that for this brand in particular, we're looking to bump up. As an e-commerce brand, I think you can easily achieve 20 to 30% of your total revenue just from emails. So you definitely want to try to double down on that, and if your percentage of total revenue is not very high. So the revenue that we're getting with flows, so if you're not familiar, the difference between flows and campaigns are flows are automated emails that get sent out automatically based on actions your customers take on the store, and then campaigns are kind of manual emails that you send. Usually we have a 50-50 split between the revenue in both. This brand has a little bit more campaigns, so the revenue will come more from that. This is an important metric that is as well that you need to track, which is dollar per recipient. So as you make changes to your flows and as you improve them, your customer win back flow, your abandoned checkout, you want to track how well the flows are doing overall. And you can always do another sheet that's much more in detail for emails to track all of those kind of minute metrics. Dollar per recipient in campaigns, email list size. So obviously you want to keep pushing people to subscribe to your email newsletter, because the lifetime value of customers who subscribe to the email newsletter are going to be a lot higher than those that don't, because those are the people that are getting your campaign emails, are likely to come back and buy again. So you want to make sure as many people are subscribing to the email list. Your new subscribers, your unsubscribe, as well as your unsubscribe rate. The unsubscribe rate is really, really important. You want to make sure that you're tracking that as well, because you definitely want to make sure that you're not spamming your customers and that you're not getting put in the spam box in their email. So just to show you some benchmarks for the unsubscribe rate. So here are some benchmark numbers for your emails. You definitely want to check for your industry in terms of benchmarks, but this is for deliverability in general. I believe these are from Klaviyo directly, but your unsubscribe rate, if it's less than 0.3%, then that's really good. Between 0.4 and 0.9, you can definitely work on that. And then 1% or more, you definitely want to pay attention to the unsubscribe rate that you have and make sure you do something about it so that you don't end up in the spam folder in their inbox. So that's the sheet for you guys. As you can see here, this is quite comprehensive. And as I said, depending on your brand's needs, you can definitely edit this and make it a little bit more comprehensive or less comprehensive depending on the KPIs that you're looking at. Definitely, if you're just starting out, you might want to track less of these metrics. And then as you kind of grow and become a bigger team, you want to track more things and kind of focus on more KPIs at the same time. And there you have it, guys. So that's the performance dashboard for you. Again, what I'll do is leave a link in the description. If you want to actually make your own copy of this file, you can start using it right away and track your metrics month over month to see how your e-commerce brand is doing and what sales channels you need to be focusing on. If you did enjoy it, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on e-commerce. And let us know in the comments what other metrics do you like to track, and we'll see you guys in the next one.